Just a really good win. I was really, I thought where there were times we weren't our best, especially on the offensive end, and but I thought we really, what we refer to as the controllables, or we did a good job defensively. We did a good job rebounding the ball, and we made some shots late, but thought we played really, really good. That was a really, really good team win.
Go ahead, Connor.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win today. Jerron Coleman making his season debut today, 4 rebounds, I believe. Just how special was it for you to, just see him out there, making those plays, especially with all the time he's missed the season?
Yeah, it was great, and Jerron was playing really, really well when he got hurt in September and October, and he did a good job tonight, and he was on a minute limit, so we played him as much as they medically told us we should play him. But he's going to take a little while to get back in rhythm, and we're going to take a little while to kind of find our chemistry on offense with him in there because he's such an important player for us. But make no mistake, he's a really good player, so he's going to make us a lot better.
This is an NIU team that, I believe you guys swept last season, and then getting that overtime win earlier this season. Just, what's been key for you guys lately just to be able to take advantage of that adversity that they've been facing? Because I know, they had a coaching change and they've been going through some issues.
I think we're better. If I watch our team now versus when we played the first time, you can just, we're a lot better. And our defense is much more organized. We're just much further along as a team. And you can see it. And I even thought, as ridiculous as it sounds, in the Buffalo game, I could see a lot of it in the Buffalo game. And I thought we did a lot of good things defensively. We got crushed on the glass, which was obviously a big no-go. But we were missing so many guys, and it was really hard on us in the second half when Ish went down. But we were defensively very organized in that game, and you could see we were starting to progress. And we've had 3 games in a row where defensively we've been on point. 2 of the 3 we've held our own on the glass, and so I like our team, and I feel like we're in a good place. And yet, 3 weeks from now, we could be a lot better than we are today.
And then finally, Blake Huggins, I believe, 8 for 10 for the charity stripe. Some really good free throws there. So how important, were those small contributions in this win?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there's anything small about what Blake did today. We talked to our team about this as a next man up type of year. And last game, it was Kanai that really gave us great minutes off the bench. And I thought tonight it was Blake. In Blake's 15 minutes on the court, we outscored him by 18. He just really provided a physicality for us, stayed within himself, made free throws, did a great job. And the really highlight of the day was he had that big block shot. He sprinted rim to rim, and Ish rewarded him, and he got fouled again. And I thought he had a very big impact on the game.
Thank you.
Hey, James, you went with Ben, to start today for his first career start. Now, you had, depending on what you want to do, there were a lot of options you could have gone with. But I guess why Ben, and how do you feel like he did, assuming the role he did?
He did fine. Ben is what you see today's game is what you see in practice. He's 3 for 5, 7 points, 4 rebounds. He catches and finishes everything. And I thought he played well in the Buffalo game and in the Bowling Green game. We're going to play both him and Blake, but he got a little bit of a larger share in that game too. But they're both going to impact us. But we went with Ben because they offer different things. Blake's a much better defensive player than Ben. He's more physical. And Ben is a great pick and roll player. He's got great hands and he catches everything. He's got a knack for finishing around the rim. So those guys are both big contributors for us. And in any given day, it could be one or the other. But we decided to go with Ben really because of that.
And I believe Brogdon was out with a back injury. I guess is that true? And then how long is this sort of a day-to-day thing, or is this something that could be significantly longer?
Day-to-day. I don't think it's a big deal. He got kneed in the back, I think, in the Bowling Green game. one time when he'd fallen, and he couldn't get this muscle to unspasm. But they're telling me they think he could do some stuff at practice tomorrow. He wasn't very far away from playing, so we're expecting to have him on Tuesday.
And then I know, after the Ohio loss and at other points this season, you talked about how defensively you all weren't where you felt you needed to be to contend for a conference championship. That I believe, if I remember right, you said you all would be in the middle if it didn't improve. I guess having a game like today, holding NIU to the lowest points you've held a team to this season, how does it feel to see that growth and just that improvement to a game like today?
It feels great. I mean, we've had three pretty good games defensively in a row, and Buffalo's a little misleading because the problem wasn't our half-court defense; it was our rebounding. I thought our half-court defense in that game was very good. And at Bowling Green, we defended really well. And you can see we're making progress there. And we're going to have to, get readjusted to having Boogie. He played 12 minutes tonight. Eventually, he'll play larger roles. And but I thought we did a good job. And I thought it's good to see us get better defensively. And yet, I know we can take it up a couple more notches. But we're just a much more aware, smarter, much better habits defensively. We've come a long way, and we're halfway up the ladder. We got another half to go on that side of the ball.
And I know, as we mentioned, Hazen was out. I know Jalen's still out, and Reggie's still on his way back. But having Jerron back in the lineup today, when you had mentioned before the season about how this was the deepest and most talented roster you have, does a game like today, do you feel like start to show that really can be true of a performance like today, even though some guys are out, but Jerron's back as a key piece, and he is?
I think so, but I think we're a few weeks away from really, it's going to take a while. It's going to take Boogie a while, and you can see him out there. He doesn't have all his quickness just yet, and you could tell we were a little choppier on offense. It's part of the reason why I thought it was a good win is we did a lot of other things well, and we were a little rough around the edges at times. Especially in the first half on the offensive side of the ball. I think we're a few weeks away from really being able to see it because we're going to have to get our chemistry together as a team. And Boogie practiced on Thursday for 45 minutes and Friday for an hour. And that's not very much for a guy that's been out for 12 weeks and 3 months. And it's not very much for him or his teammates. And but I think obviously what we're hoping for is that as we kind of get wired in together, Boogie was playing great. He played a good year last year, as we all know, and he looks substantially better come September and October. And I think as we kind of get through this part, get him back in rhythm, get our team together, keep developing the bench guys, the Blake and the Ben, they're important players for us. And then I think we have a chance to be very good, and we're moving in that direction. Our defense has gotten better, and yet we're still quite a ways away. And we got to have a good 3 or 4 weeks together here.
And how different do you feel like this team will be playing when it's at that point in a few weeks? What do you expect to be different about what's happening on the floor?
I think we'll be, we should be much more dynamic in transition for sure. I think it takes certainly a scoring load off of Ish. He doesn't have to create the shots for everybody else. And we become a bigger, more physical team. Boogie's got great length. And, when we're playing Ish, KJ, Luke, and, we're not that big on the perimeter. And Boogie is 6'5" with a 6'10" wingspan. He can rebound for his position. He's got great length. He can guard a big wing if you need him to. He can post a little on offense. He gives us an added physicality, gives us an added playmaker. We should become more dangerous in transition, for sure.
And then, obviously there are only so many minutes to go around. As Duran starts to have a bigger role, as, Reggie potentially, comes in and has a role, Jalen as well, when he gets back. I guess, where do you feel like those minutes come from? I guess, where are those minutes gonna be?
Well, I just have to see. I mean, everything will be, decisions will be based on which group gives us the best chance to win. But one of the things that we talked to our team about, I think I said earlier in the press conference, is that this is a next man up type of year. And, it's going to be, we could have some guys that don't play for a few games and then all of a sudden they're in a role of 20 to 25 minutes for a certain game. And it's that type of year. So we need all hands on deck. everybody's got to be bought into. This is about putting us in position to compete for